Let's talk about financial independence. In today's world, you don't need to win the lottery to live life on your own terms. Not at all. More and more people are proving that you just need a solid plan. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Build that plan, step by step.
So let's just get right to it with a really important question for you. Is putting all your financial eggs in one basket, your main job, a risky move these days? The world's changing fast, and the old rules, well, they might not apply anymore. And you know what? For a lot of us, the answer is a big yes. With costs going up and whole industries getting flipped upside down by technology, that old idea of a job for life is kind of fading away. Relying on just one paycheck can leave you feeling pretty vulnerable. And that is the exact problem that a good side hustle is designed to solve.
Okay, so let's talk about the big goal here, financial freedom. But hold on, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not about becoming a millionaire. It's a way more powerful and, frankly, more achievable idea. It's all about control and choice.
So here's how we're going to define it. Notice there's no mention of a specific dollar amount, right? It's just about having enough coming in from different places to cover your lifestyle, whatever that looks like, without that constant nagging stress of depending on that one job. This is the real shift, from just getting by to actually designing the life you want to live.
It really all comes down to a huge mental shift. Are you on the hamster wheel, just earning to survive paycheck to paycheck? Or are you planting seeds, building actual assets that grow and support you down the line? Real freedom comes when you start focusing less on the next paycheck and more on creating systems that make money for you.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? It's not magic, not at all. It's a process. So let's walk through the 5 foundational steps that create the blueprint for your whole journey.
Here it is, your 5-step blueprint. It all starts with setting crystal clear goals. You got to know where you're going. Then you create a budget. That's your map. Next, you start tackling that high interest debt, which is kind of like dropping a heavy backpack you've been carrying for way too long. Then you put your savings on autopilot to build that safety net. And finally, you find ways to stay motivated, because let's be real, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's zoom in on that first step for a second, setting goals. A vague dream like, I want to be rich. Well, it just doesn't work. You need real, concrete targets. A fantastic tool for this is the SMART framework. That stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So instead of, I want more money, your goal becomes, I will earn an extra $1,000 a month from my side hustle within 6 months. See the difference? One is a wish, the other is a plan. Now this brings us to your financial cushion, your emergency fund. Having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up, that's what gives you the breathing room, the confidence to take a calculated risk, like starting that side hustle. It's the safety net that lets you build something without the constant fear of falling. And putting those savings on autopilot, that's one of the most powerful moves you can make, period. So we've got the foundation built, and the safety net is in place. Now we need the engine. We need something that's going to accelerate this whole plan. And that, my friends, is where side hustles come in. They are the absolute key to creating that extra cash flow that powers everything else.
And the best part is, there are just so many options out there. Here's a look at some of the best categories for beginners. You don't need some revolutionary new idea. You can literally start with skills you already have, or use business models that are proven to work. We're going to spotlight 3 of these right now.
First up, digital products. Think about this. You create something awesome once, like a digital planner, a template, an ebook, and that single asset can sell over and over and over again. It's a perfect example of building something that works for you, even when you're not actively working on it. That's the dream, right? Next, we've got freelancing. This is probably the fastest way to start earning extra cash because you're literally just monetizing skills you already have. If you're a good writer, if you're creative with design, or if you're just super organized, I guarantee you there are businesses out there that will pay you for those skills today. And our third spotlight is dropshipping or reselling. This is such a low-risk way to get into selling things online. You can set up an online store and sell physical products without ever having to buy or store any inventory yourself. When a customer buys from you, your supplier ships it directly to them. It's that simple.
All right, we've covered the why, the what, and the how. But none of that matters without this next part, your launch plan. This is all about turning this knowledge into real action, starting right now.
Here are your guiding principles for success. Seriously, don't try to do everything at once. Just start small and choose something you actually enjoy because that's what's going to fuel you to be consistent. Remember, progress over perfection is the name of the game. Then, once you start earning, reinvesting those early profits back into your hustle, that's how you really start to grow.
You know, it's so easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis, right? Waiting for the perfect idea or the perfect moment to start. But I want to leave you with this thought. That perfect moment, it never just arrives. You have to create it. You create it by taking action. So, that brings us to the final, most crucial question. This isn't just about learning something new, it's about doing something new. So look back at all the steps, the ideas, the plan we've laid out. What is one small, totally achievable action you're going to take today to start your own journey?